And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? I miss the 90s when bitches were screaming like that. And just normal bitches in jeans, you know? Just normal bitches screaming facts. Like, Taylor Swift is like, I left my sweater in your car. I drove right by, you were far, and now I'm alone. And Meredith Brooks was like, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint, you know? That was real.
Yeah, I'm nothing in between.
I'm your man, but it got big, and I'm right, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Do. There was I'm torn and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. If the country just got behind any of those artists, any one of them, they could have been as big as Taylor Swift, but they're all like, nah, she's a lady with a guitar, fuck that. She only gets one. Then Norah Jones came in.
Giving a high five.
Oh, Alanis, Let It, obviously. Ironic. Great tune. I want you to know, you ought to know, that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? I love how she says that word. I love how she says that word. A theater. Me talking to my boyfriend. Would she go down on you in a theater? That's a good song. And then one hand in my pocket and the other one smoking a cigarette. I'm broke, but I'm rich. I'm young and I'm high. I'm young and I'm restless, baby. What it all comes down to, yeah, is that everything's gonna be fine. I can listen to that goat night and day. In my pocket, and the other one, yeah. Oh man, those tunes take me back to the back seat of my parents' car, wondering if they loved each other. Now, I wonder why I'm singing so much. Oh yeah, it's because I'm on prednisone, motherfuckers. Your girl is on steroids. Pull through. If you're wondering why I was acting insane this morning, it's because, well, a couple things. Ryan walked in wearing stripes. I've never seen him wearing stripes. And I'm wearing stripes. Have you ever seen me wearing stripes? No. But now, you and I look like Charlie Brown and Lucy. So.
Which one? Yeah.
Which one are you?
I'll be Charlie.
Yeah, you're a Charlie Brown.
All right.
Obviously. Blockhead.
I'm just happy I'm not Pigpen.
Pigpen, yeah. I always thought Lucy was like a bitch, but like she's awesome. The psychiatry appointments. She does psychiatrist appointments on the side of the road for 5 cents.
Oh, yeah.
The doctor is in. I thought Linus is kind of like cuck annoying. Linus is the guy who's like, I'm a nice guy, but then he's actually not. And he's super self-involved. And he has to talk about his anxiety all the time. And it's like, Linus, get on medication. Like, you're annoying all of us. And get rid of your blanket. Like Linus, when he gets older, is like has a shred of blanket left. I don't know if you ever met any child who grows up with a blanket who it gets so small.
Yeah, turns into like a Kleenex.
I had a cousin who got his blanket down to, by the time he was 9, it was a string. His blanket was a string. I don't know how it got to that. I don't know how it got to that, but that's all that was left was a fiber of this blankie. And we would walk around like the mall and he would wear it over his face like it was an oxygen tank. And he'll go, like, this kid is a fucking freak.
You steal it and you start flossing your teeth with it.
Yeah, I start wiping my ass. I wear it as a G-string. I'm like, ooh, look at this. Ew. Yeah, at some point his mom was like, the blanket is done. I think she like burned it in front of his face. But yeah, we would be at the movies, like just sniffing that thing. Or he would cup it in his hand and ew, freak. So I got on prednisone.
What for?
As you guys know, I've been on a vocal health journey. Do not even try to come at me about the vaping situation. I recognize it's there. I've been cleaning up a lot of habits, one at a time, okay? Eating at night. Don't you even try to think you have to do that sheepishly. I have one of your vapes and one of mine.
Wow.
And a weed vape. So like, yes, but I am 2 months off alcohol, which is helping a lot. Okay.
Also breathing a lot of air.
Okay. And this is grape flavor. So grape has a lot of vitamins. And as I discussed last week on the podcast, I believe that a lot of my hoarseness with my voice came from silent reflux, which means that I am doing my best to not eat massive amounts of ultra processed foods before I fall asleep. I know that I'm not supposed to eat at least like 3 hours before bed, but a couple nights this weekend, Memorial Day, I got into a couple things. Sunday night, I was coming home from a Memorial Day party. Shrooms. I was on a shrooms trip all day, and I got into it with a pint of Ben and Jerry's, but I left like half an inch of ice cream so I could be like, I didn't finish it. I do that with all the snacks I buy. I leave like a row of chips left. So I can be like, I had one serving and the bag was mostly air, and throw it all away. So in the morning I can be like, none of that happened. Shit 8 times. So I've been trying not to do that. So I cleaned up 2 habits. Okay. I cleaned up 2 habits. The vaping will be the next one. However, now that I have found the source, which is acid in my body coming up while I sleep, I have noticed my voice being better. In the morning, I'm not as hoarse as I used to. It used to be I would wake up and until 5 p.m. I'd be like, good morning. Like nervous about doing 2 shows that evening. But at some point it like flips. There's something that happens where it's like, all right, I can talk again. Really weird. And so I was talking to my vocal coach and she said, okay, we found the thing that's making you hoarse, good, but we should also take a steroid to just get it out completely, to kickstart it. So I was like, no, but then I was like, okay, whatever. So I went to urgent care, LOL, and was like, I'm hoarse. She said, get a steroid. So she gave me 5 days of prednisone, 40 milligrams a day. I'm on day 2 and I'm feeling good. See how I can do this? I couldn't do that before. You know what I mean?
Have been having violent outbursts, but other than that.
I've been having violent outbursts. My balls are the size of raisins. I did shrooms on Sunday at Memorial Day. On Memorial Day.
How much?
A lot. No, I would say I've done more. I've done more in the past. I did enough to be like really chatty and probably super annoying. But the problem with my shrooms trip this Sunday was I was in chit chat happy mode. Everything is hilarious. Running around with my friend Allie. We were at a party, and at some point, maybe it was when we went to a bodega and came back and everyone thought we left. I don't know. I thought we were gone for 5 minutes. We might have been gone for 25. Who knows? All I know is we went to get a Diet Dr. Pepper at the bodega, came back to the party, and they were like, everyone left. And
it's nighttime, they're sweeping.
Parties, yeah, they're sweeping.
They're in the long hat.
They're like, we cooked up hamburgers and hot dogs because you wanted us to. You can have some, but we're trying to leave. We're trying to close up shop here. And that's very challenging for someone who is on shrooms, who's party, and then the party's over. And then the people we were with, I think actually were trying to get away from us because they were like, we're going to a bar. I'm like, okay, sick. And then they walked rapidly away from us, didn't look back, and never texted to ask where I was. So I do think I got ditched. Am I going to reflect on if I was annoying on shrooms? F no, because that's my true self. So we don't have time moving forward. But I do think I got abandoned. If that person doing that wants to apologize, I'm fully happy to hear you out. But I will not be apologizing because I brought shrooms and everyone had a great time. Okay. So then I was just pulled out of party mode. So then I just sat silently in Allie's car for like an hour, unable to, because I didn't know what mode I was.
Damn.
Because I was party shrooms mode. I was like, this is the best night of my life. Should we start a podcast, all of us? Should we like sleep over here? Like, can I come here every weekend? And then all of a sudden they were like, you can have a hot dog, but we're leaving in like 5 minutes.
Everywhere you go, everybody says the same thing.
Yeah.
You go back to the bodega.
Yeah.
I got to close up shop.
Yeah, exactly. I walked out of the bodega. I was so on shrooms. We walked out and there was a group of, we were in like the depths of East Williamsburg where it's like white people. And then it's like, so I walked out of the bodega and there's 3 guys. They're like, I swear to God, he deserved it though. He deserved the beatdown I gave him. I'm on shrooms. I walk out. I blurt stuff out when I'm on shrooms to these 3 like gangbangers. I'm like, hey, take it easy. And it was like I broke I broke like a chasm. Is that a word?
Yeah.
A chasm in the earth because they were like, the fuck? You people don't speak to us. Like the weird white girl.
Yeah.
They were like, huh? Hey, you would have seen the guy, you would have beat him up too. And I was like, all right, nothing, I didn't smoke. And then the one guy turned around and was like, oh, well, you are looking gorgeous tonight. And I was like, never mind, and walked away. It was started funny, and then it turned into...
It ends with them again. We're going to have to close up shop. We'd love to beat you up, but we got to
yeah,
get other people.
You suck. So, yeah, my Memorial Day. And another thing, you know, shrooms always put me in a good mood. So we were going to play Fuck That, but shrooms put me in a good mood. So we're going to play the segment Fuck Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah. I woke up late today and I was going to wear a bra because last episode I didn't wear a bra and my tits were like touching my thighs. And I forget that when I put on my shirt in the mirror does not tell you. Now, I used to have body dysmorphia where like, I was like, I'm so huge and I wasn't. Now I'm like, I think I look hotter than I am. I reversed body dysmorphia, like body eumorphia, body. Like I think too positively of myself. Right. I look in the mirror and I see like, you know, Kate Moss, but that's not, and it's on video. Like last week, my tits were like on, like one fell off the couch. I was like, oh fuck, hold on 1 second. It's my tits. Before we get started with our first segment, which we have a few of today, we're talking a lot about summer because Memorial Day, kickoff to summer. We're going to be saying beach do's and don'ts, okay?
Beachy
We're going to be
do's
talking about
and beachy
rainy day
don'ts.
activities, okay? We already had one rainy day on Monday. I don't know what you did, Ryan. By the way, Ryan is the producer. He's filling in because Caroline's in England with someone she loves. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, cheerio. Okay. Yeah, okay, hi. Yeah. Fruity Pebbles, right? Doesn't look, yeah, she's like in a cottage surrounded by wildlife and meadows. Like, cool. Yeah. Do I care? No. Do I care that she started dating someone and he hangs out with her every night and knows everything about her? No. Caroline's like, only like we still have the same relationship, you know? So Ryan's, you know, here and yeah, I think she comes back next week. I haven't even kept track. I don't even know when she comes back. But yeah, Caroline's in England. She might as well stay. How much fun she's having.
We miss you. Oh, Caroline.
I miss her long hair, her long curly hair, and her long feet. I miss her hair.
We read her long We Miss You notes.
Yeah, we send it
Caroline.
to England.
Yeah.
It gets there in 3 months. Imagine back in the day writing people letters. How do you even do that?
It's insane.
John Adams would get letters from his wife every 6 months.
I told you this, but I was reading James Joyce's love letters.
Ew.
I know.
That's so boring.
They're very creepy.
Respectfully.
And not boring.
Yeah, you know I like to read, but I'm not much of a James Joyce fan.
Oh, these are
Maybe
wild.
it's because like I dated a guy in college who was reading Ulysses,
Okay.
right? And he was like would read on the porch and like
Ew.
smoke tobacco out of a pipe and like he thought he was like, you know. I'm like, I don't care. And then he started reading Infinite Jest. I was like, bro, let's watch South Park. That, like, so boring.
He's sitting there like she has no idea I'm illiterate.
Yeah. He's like, I'm doing this for her. I was trying to impress her with my big books.
They're all upside down.
So we are going to do a lot of fun things today. And I'm going to tell you my summer bucket list.
Summer bucket.
We're kicking off summer, and I'm realizing everyone posted on Instagram this week. They went out on weekends. New York City was empty as fuck. I'm like, y'all made plans? When did this happen? Because I feel like summer hit, and now I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get it together. But people are out there in freaking Connecticut, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. They're at lakes. Everyone did stuff this Memorial Day weekend. So now I'm crafting my bucket list for this summer. And you can suck on my D if you think any of these are lame as fuck. Because summer is a hard time for me because it's very, very warm and I have sensitivity to the sun. But this is the year I buckle up and work around it. Just stay inside 11 a.m. to 2, okay? Go outside at 4. Just get up, you know?
This is the bucket list?
No. This is...
Stay inside.
This is... No, I can't find the fucking bucket list. Okay, found it. I wrote 10 things I want to do this summer, but now it's 5 because I couldn't think of anything past 5. Sure. Number 1, I want to eat one single hot dog.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
One single one. And so far, both opportunities have been squashed right in front of my motherfucking eyeballs. I went to the Yankees game, as I told you, when I got on the Jumbotron. Right. I did not tell you the con of that evening, the low point, high point, Jumbotron. What you guys don't know, that image of me on the Jumbotron, I was starving. You know why? Because after a certain inning at these games, sometimes they shut the food down, at least in the 300 section where your poor ass was sitting. By your poor ass, I mean my own. And we did a lap. Girls need to do a lap of every offering. This is what the girls do. We do a lap. We split 3 chicken fingers because all the girls want chicken fingers, but none of the girls want full baskets. We all just want a little bite. And then we all want to do a lap. My friend Stuart got a beer. I got a massive Diet Pepsi. And then a couple innings later, now we're at 5-6. We're like, hey, you guys want to go get some actual food? I'm like, yes. I would love a hot dog. I said before going to the Yankees game, I need to sit at the Yankees game and eating a hot dog, and I want to split. I want the skin to split in my teeth, and I want the ketchup to be on the soggy bread. Have you seen those like 6-foot hot dog spreads that they have at Yankees game where it's like 2 1-foot long hot dogs, fries, nachos?
Yeah.
That's what I was picturing me getting. Lo and behold, my girls go out to get the food. They come back empty-handed. I go, the fuck? Food is closed. Yep. Take me out to the ball game so I can lose some weight. My God.
Throws you the ball. You start
what the hell is that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because they play all the time. They're like, come back tomorrow if you really want a hot dog. Maybe it's because it's early season. Maybe if after enough people, because the Yankees were losing, so maybe enough people leave, they're like, let's just shut it down. I don't know how it works. If someone works for the Yankee Stadium and can let me know and can have me a free hot dog next time I attend a game, that would be great. Maybe it's just that little place they went. Maybe my friends were lying because they didn't want to bring food back. All I know is I didn't eat a hot dog at a baseball game. So do I feel like I went to a Yankees game? Yes.
What was the second hot dog?
The second hot dog incident was this weekend, Memorial Day, when when you're on shrooms and you're like 8 hours go by and you didn't eat?
Yes.
And now I'm like, anyone want to fire up the grill of a place I don't live? I'm like, why did they run away from us? Because I was acting like I ran the place. I'm like, how sick is this backyard? Hey, fire up the grill.
It's a stranger's house.
I said his name, bleep that out. Yeah. And so then they actually did fire up the grill. That's when we went to get Dr. Pepper, came back. They're like, there's hot dogs and hamburgers. Now, technically, I ate a hot dog, but there was no hot dog buns left. Yeah. So I had to have my hot dog split on a hamburger bun. So I do not count that as a hot dog. And also the people around me were not in a good mood. So that is not a good, I need a good like daytime, crisp hot dog in a bun. I like ketchup, mustard, relish. And I'm going to need to have that within the next 2 weeks. Okay. Well, another thing I want to do this summer, I want to see a national park, but I don't want to go far. I would like to see Acadia National Park in Maine. That's my big travel for the summer. I would like to go there for 3 to 4 days and explore. It looks very beautiful, and I have never been to Maine. If any of you have recommendations on where I could go this summer, that is local to me, mostly because I don't like to travel far and then be tired for the trip and know that I have to lug all the way back, especially if it's a nature-oriented activity where I feel disgusting and all I want to do is go home. I am inching back to being excited about travel after my experience traveling to Australia in April 2023. That traumatized me for the rest of the year. It's just a very long flight.
Are you a hiker? Are you going out in the woods?
Yeah, I would hike. I'm very athletic. Do you know this park? You know this park?
Yeah,
we can pull up some photos. Michael can pull up some photos. It looks like it would be great weather in the summer. Looks like it would be like 70 or 80. It probably might get hot as fuck. I don't know. I'm probably speaking out of my ass. If any of you are lobster tails, pull through. That's what I call people in Maine. That's the first time I've ever said that. It's like very mountainous, but then like they have the clear water, clear blue water and some beaches, but the water's probably freezing.
Yes.
But to go to our summer topics today, I'm not a big hot beach fan. My limit is like 40 minutes. I'm the first person, if I go with a group of people, to be like, is anyone wanting to like head inside or?
Maddie, we call this a beachy don't.
Yes, I know. And we'll get to that in a second. Once I finish my bucket list. It's short. So Acadia National Park, I think I'm going to make that happen in August because I did a favor to myself this year. I took all of August off for comedy. Oh, touring, no traveling. If I want to do shows here or if something comes up very locally, I will do it, but I am giving myself a summer vacation. Because that's the only good thing about being a kid is having all the summer off. Do you ever remember like the last day of school?
Yes.
So exciting. And it's still June and you're like, there's so much time. There's so much time to do anything I want. And I always get so stressed in August. I'm like, oh my God, it's slipping away. Please, I must make the most of it. September. Then I start to get excited for school. It's kind of like November when I'm like, fuck this. Okay, next item on my bucket list. I would like to make strawberry shortcake. Who here is it? Why are you laughing at all of my bucket
I don't even
list?
know what's in the strawberry shortcake.
Oh my God. Am I too high IQ for my viewers and you? What is going on here? Freaking Charlie Brown over here. Does my bucket list suck?
No.
Is bucket list supposed to be like more like what? What would be something on your bucket list?
I had the hot dog. I also had want to hit the reservoir this summer.
Speaking of blue water, I would like to spend a lot of time near and in pools. My last few summers, I had a lot of issues. I didn't want to look at my body. I felt weird and I never jumped in the pool once.
It's crazy.
Never once did I jump in the pool the last few years. I put my feet in one time in Vegas when we were on a rooftop and it was 115 degrees. I got in the pool, but it was like bathtub vibes. Bathtub, how hot it was and the steam coming out of the pool.
Band-Aid.
I don't like being cold, but this year I'm ready to plunge. I'm ready to plunge. So I'm ready to be in a pool. Karen Feehan, she said she has a pool. I'll be at that pool. Caroline has a pool, a couple pools at her parental units, homes. I don't want to, let the cat out of the bag, but Caroline is wealthy. And I would like to, spend some time. I want to get the chlorine in. Ocean, still on the fence about that. Oceans are very cold to me. Very cold to me. And the problem with oceans for me is you get colder as you walk into the beach. And I feel like the longest 30 seconds of my life is when I walk from my towel into the ocean. It's like, boo, my legs like, boo, boo. I feel like everyone's looking at my ass and I'm so pale that it's like, duh, my eyes, boo. I can feel like my jiggle. No matter what size I am, I feel like I'm shaking the beach and all the kids are like, Mom, look at her. Honey, don't look at that.
They're pushing you back out.
That is what we call an albino, a mixed albino. And it gets colder as you walk to the beach. So by the time by the time I'm in, it's windy, especially in the Northeast beaches. By the time I'm in the ocean, I'm like, give me back to my towel. So rarely do I hop in there.
When you were a kid, would you go in?
When I was a kid, yes. And
what is this? It's so sad. When you're a kid, you always go in and the parents only put their ankles in and you say, what the hell is wrong with you? And then at some point it
I never ever saw my mom in a pool or a beach.
Yeah.
She sat her ass on the chair.
My dad, ankles deep.
In her like cover up, like white cover up like this long. She'd go to the bathroom, come back 2 hours later. I'm like, where'd you go? Oh, bathroom. It was a long walk. She's probably sitting in a hotel lobby, like vaping. Yeah, I never saw my mom get in the pool. We did go to water parks a lot as a kid, which the other night I know it's kind of gross, it's pretty gross, but lately I've been craving being on a water slide. So maybe there's like a luxury park with a slide we can find, but I have been craving water parks and my family and I would go to Water Country USA. I think it's still open. It's near Virginia Beach. Yeah, oh, thanks for checking. Is it open?
Yes.
Water Country USA.
Water Country USA,
Yeah.
open for biz.
Yep, and we will go to...
Wow, this is huge.
Because we also lived in Richmond, Virginia. We moved a lot as a kid, but we ended up in Buffalo. We lived in Richmond, Virginia, and my family's day trip was half the morning would be in Sandbridge Beach on Virginia Beach, spend the morning there, leave at like 6 a.m., pack the car, pack the station wagon, which we always had. And we only had one day to do it because my dad's work was so insane. He would have like 1 week of vacation a year. LOL.
Dairy farming.
Freight transportation. Yeah. Grew up on a dairy farm, but ended up working in freight transportation, which honestly is freaking less forgiving than dairy farming. Although dairy farming is like, my uncle had a dairy farm and he would have to leave every gathering at like 5 p.m. with milk. And he would get there late too.
Comes back with a little milk mustache.
Yeah.
Long day.
Hey. Anyone got Oreos? They would always have to leave. So I would never, don't be a dairy farmer unless you want to stay there forever. At least regular farming, you can come back and be like, hey, sorry, free with the host. I will be in the pool, and we'll go to Water Country USA.
Are you going to hit a water park?
They had Water Country USA. Yeah, maybe I'll go to Water Country USA and book the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. And they had the big family tube. You sit in, the four of us. This was when the unit was still together. You know what I mean? When the Smith was still, before my mom went, left and changed her last name. When my friends meet my mom, they're like, "Hi, Mrs. Smith." She's like, "Wilder, it's Janine."
She gets her own little tube now.
Yeah, it's us three, and then she's in the back. I love the big family ones with the big one. I think one of them was called like the Anaconda. Whoa. Single tubes are fun. I don't fuck with the ones that are straight down, like where it's just your body on it. A little painful for me, but I'll do like a light swirl. I don't know if you ever watched Class Action Park. No. It's a documentary on HBO about a New Jersey water park called Action Park. Chris Gethard was a talking head describing Action Park. It had regular rides and it had water rides, and people would fly off. And
have you ever been there?
No, it was like 80s, 90s kids.
Okay.
Like 80s, 90s Jersey kids just being like, and a lot of people were like, "Did I get injured?" Yeah. Was it sick? Fuck yeah. Like the kind of thing
the
where
camera
it's like,
zooms out, it's just a torso.
Like their whole thing was like, our rides are like beyond a traditional,
right?
Like you actually get a thrill because it would be through the mountains, water slide, just body on.
I remember hearing about this. Jackass produced this. The guy who created the park was just a guy. It's just like a guy with property who like built the...
Just a guy.
Yeah.
And the people who worked there were just fucking kids.
Sure.
Not fucking kids. They were kids.
Wow.
They were like, well, I don't know what went down at Class Action Park. And there was one summer where just people were going out with head injuries every day. Someone did die. And yeah. Check it out, Class Action Park. I think it's still on HBO, or you can probably find it on YouTube. They had a slide where someone like flew off the slide and into a rock or something. Like stuff, when you go to a water park, you're like, what if it went like this? And that's anything you could dream of.
Yeah, you go first.
Like water parks you see in like a cartoon, like Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it's real. One more thing I said strawberry shortcake. Oh, you don't even know what that is. It's just biscuit. My strawberry shortcake is like a biscuit with the strawberries all in a container, all mixed together strawberries with some sugar, make it into a syrup. Get the biscuits out. I like to do it when the biscuits are a little hot. Strawberries, whipped cream, or homemade whipped cream, or Cool Whip because I'm trash. Cool Whip because I'm trash. But I love the combo of strawberries with a more biscuit type of thing. Angel food cake also goes fucking nuts, dude. Doesn't that shit? Oh, I always forget about it till I'm in my local grocery store and I'm like, get me 3. That shit is slamming, dude. Also really easy to make. You just need the pan for it. Do you like angel food cake?
I love angel food cake. I once had a surgery when I was
food
a kid.
Cake, not fruit cake.
Yeah.
Angel food cake.
Yeah, the spongy cake.
Yeah, it's like literally air. Yeah. That with some strawberries over it. Oh, and it's a light dessert. A light. I mean, not like,
When I was a kid, my mom would bribe me with angel food cake.
You never had like strawberry shortcake though?
I'm thinking of the ice cream. With the little crumbles on it.
Yeah, I love that. But where do you think it comes from? The dessert. It's a very old, very like American dessert. Reminds me of like the World War II or the 60s.
I like strawberry and sugar.
Easy. Me too. Strawberries and sugar.
Yeah, days.
Fuck me up. Anything with just a whipped cream on top. Fruits with whipped cream. Oh my God, dude. I'm going to make some strawberry shortcake this summer. And the last thing, enjoy more nature. Perhaps check out some botanical gardens, or even just head upstate and get some hikes in. And I've already been enjoying Central Park. I bought a picnic blanket the size of this fucking rug. I'll tell you this. It's fun to do stuff alone, but not when the picnic blanket, when there's a little wind and the picnic blanket curls around you, because the picnic blanket is meant for friends and there's no friends sitting on the corners. And then your picnic blanket is curled around you and people say, hey, we should get her to a shelter. So yeah, maybe I'll need to get a personal picnic blanket as well if people decide to bail on me. There was one day I thought I was going to the park with 5 people and they all individually bailed on me. I'm like, dude, I feel like I have no friends at this point, which honestly is true. So anyway.
Caroline's boyfriend is a big blow to the...
Yeah. Every time she mentions him, I'm like, whoa, cool. She's like, he said he really cares for me. Whoa, typical narcissist. Freaking love bombing you. Yeah, and he also showed it. Like he fixed up like part of my apartment for me. That was wow, such a nice guy. Just wait. It's been like a year. Just wait.
They've been married 20. They have kids.
Yeah.
Any day now. You'll see. You'll all see.
I just hate him for no reason. So that's my summer bucket list. Write in what you guys have for your summer bucket list. If you live in Australia, write in for what you're doing this winter. Hey! Now, we're moving on to Fuck Yeah. We used to play Fuck That, but I did shrooms this weekend, which always puts me on a Fuck Yeah roller coaster for, I would say, a couple weeks and then wears off, which is more reason to just keep doing shrooms every 2 weeks, right? We're all just getting into microdosing. So instead of fuck that, today, Ryan and I are saying, fuck yeah, to good stuff. I'm going to start with my fuck yeah. I went to Providence, Rhode Island. I did 5 shows at the Comedy Connection. Shout out, shout out, shout out. And I met a guy named Bobby Beansack who said he listens to the pod. Turn up Bobby. And Bobby gave me weed. And it was in a little pre-roll container. And I was like, oh my God, you brought me a pre-roll? And he said, no, I actually rolled myself. I hate pre-rolls. It's just the container. So he rolled his own weed for me.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, so nice. I opened the thing the next day. There's 5 of his rolls in it. Nice. The whole time I thought I was carrying one. Motherfucker set me up for the rest of the weekend. That's a fuck yeah in my book. I opened that box and I said, fuck yeah.
Bobby Beans.
Because no one wants to go through a whole, if I have a whole, I don't like to get one single joint because then you just smoke it. I like to smoke it and then be like, still one left. I didn't smoke that much. Same thing with the snacks. There's still more left.
There's still 3 left.
Yeah, exactly. So when I saw 5 in there, I said, fuck yeah. Do you have a fuck yeah?
Yeah, I do. Fuck yeah. When the temperature achieves the same temperature as your skin. You walk outside. Okay. This happened this week. This was huge.
And you feel at just comfort.
The most
neutral.
Yeah.
Sitting outside.
It's only going to get worse.
No discomfort. No discomfort. Totally. 1 degree higher, you're fucked. Yes, 1 degree lower, you need a jacket. I love that. I was feeling that this morning.
Yeah.
I said, this is perfect weather. Okay, I gotta fuck that. I gotta fuck yeah. 2 coffee-oriented things. You know I like my cup of coffee in the morning.
But not when it spills on your hand.
Yes, and you know that. Thank you for listening. That's my fuck that. If I was playing fuck that this week, I would say fuck that when it gets warm out and I say large coffee and they go iced. No, just because it's hot out doesn't mean my addiction changes. Hot, bitch. Hot. And sometimes they even ring it up as ice and I have to say hot. Like a fucking ESL, English as a second language freak of nature. So if I was saying fuck that, I would say that. But my fuck yeah is there's a coffee place in the West Village that every time I get a large coffee, he says, don't even worry about it. Yep. And it puts a pep in my step.
What the fuck?
Yep. And the 6th time I went, he said, don't worry about it, and said, I love your podcast. You're so funny. Yeah. 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 Now I don't know.
It's Bobby Beans again.
Yeah, it's always just Bobby Beansack.
That's huge.
Yeah. So I got a few. At first it was just like, oh, maybe. I mean, coffee is just bean water. At the end of the day, I think it should be all free. Another fuck that. Now I'm just getting riled up. Another fuck that I actually like, if I ran for office, I would appeal to people who travel for a living. And I would say in airports, coffee, people who are getting coffee only for their morning juice, sent to the front of the line. Coffee only register. There is no reason if I have an 8 a.m. flight, I am standing at 7 a.m. in line behind people who are getting a freaking pink drink, a frappuccino, and a croissant sandwich. Move your fat ass over and let me get my magma hot energy liquid. So it doesn't feel like, hello, it's the morning. There should be a register just for coffee. It's so dumb to wait in line behind people who are just, we're going to Disney World and I'm going to stop at Starbucks first and get my bacon, egg, and cheese 3D printed food and a massive fucking ribbon swirled frappuccino. Fat fucks. Enjoy your plain diarrhea.
It's turned into a fuck that.
Yeah, I know. When it comes to coffee, I'm very like, if it's the morning and I need my coffee, I'm like the worst mood I've ever been in my life. I know hanger is a thing, but I get cougher.
It's very bad for the reflux.
Cougher. I'm rising out of my coffin. You are not helping me at all.
No, I'm not.
Do you want to hit a weed?
Well, we could do a bit of a light roast on coffee.
Okay, you do. Oh! Wow. No weed needed.
No weed
okay,
needed.
give me a fuck yeah.
A fuck yeah.
I didn't mean to go into a fuck that. I just get passionate.
I feel the
But
same
it's
way.
a fuck yeah that I can be more passionate
Quite
these
frankly,
days.
my biggest fuck that is lines, which is a reason not to go to the water park, which is a reason not to go to your favorite sport.
A lot of my bucket list activities will be during the week because I'm a comedian. So I'm hoping that I can do a Tuesday to Thursday at like the national park, get in on a Wednesday for the Water Country USA.
Lines at a national park.
LOL. You know what's so funny? I always go to like the nerdiest things and I'm like, it's going to be packed. No, it's not. Every time I visit a city, I'm like, I just went to Providence. I went to 2 museums. I was like, I should get there at 9 a.m.
What do they have in the museum?
They had the Rhode Island School of Design.
Okay.
They have a gallery there, which is actually pretty flames. That's their like big art museum. And I was like, it's going to be insane. No, walked right in. Dumbass. Eclipse. I thought traffic driving up to Rochester for the eclipse was going to be like, let's go. No, smooth sailing.
Cars piled for him.
Smooth sailing. They let me fly the plane home.
I take city bikes everywhere. When they have the city bike, the electric one, waiting for me with a high number of miles, this is a big fuck yeah.
What do you mean? Why would you be excited by that?
Oh, because when they don't have it, you gotta go to another station. Sometimes it says that there's one
Why would
on
it be
another
good
station.
that they have a high number of miles?
Because then they're more juiced up. If it has like 2 miles, it might go slower.
Really?
Really.
I've seen most of the docks have the electric bikes.
Most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the morning by my house, nobody does.
Now, I want to tell you something.
Tell me.
I don't do the electric bikes.
Why?
Cheating.
Cheating on what?
Quad strength.
But it's so fast.
I've actually never tried them.
You should. It's fun.
I know. But I do like the city. The bike is already super fast.
Maybe you're just scared.
What?
Maybe you're just scared.
I'm not scared,
All
bitch.
right. You don't have to yell.
Bitch. I'm not scared. I am scared I'm going to get addicted. You know, you ever play Pokemon on Game Boy?
Yes.
You know, and you have to walk at first and then you secure the bicycle
Yes.
like
Changes
a
everything.
few stories
Changes
in.
everything.
Yeah.
That is e-bikes. This is exactly what
anywhere
e-bikes
you go, when you walk in the grass, you can't do it without a bicycle.
Yeah.
Ah! Inside. Ah! And then when you get on, I'll go on it to go between like the Poke Hospital and like the gym, 2 places.
You go to the living room to the bathroom.
So yeah, so much faster. So much faster. Okay, I have a fuck yeah. I have a fuck yeah. Honeysuckles.
The little tubes?
Yeah, the tree.
Those are nice.
I was at a same Memorial Day party. This was before I got ditched. And they had a honeysuckle tree in the backyard. And I smelled them before I saw them. And I love when that waft comes in because it reminds me of summer when you're a kid. You're like, oh. And you know, you ever take them and suck on them?
Sure.
Yeah, you pull this, you know. Sometimes mama didn't have enough food, so she said, gather some honeysuckles and mix it with water. It's like soda, but not.
Who's this?
I don't know.
I love, you go to a secret little fatty trick. You go to a pizza place at closing.
Yes.
You get a slice of pizza, you open the box, and
Yeah.
there's multiple slices.
I love that.
This is a fuck yeah.
I love that so much. That's a
is a
fuck
big
yeah.
win.
And he like winks at you and you're like, fuck yeah. I would put same with the coffee, any sort of free additional food. And you see the guy knows you're cool. Fuck yeah. You know you have surplus pizza anyway. Day's over.
Big win.
Big fucking W. Not to walk back on my Yankees Stadium statement, but when we initially got the fingers, they don't actually have a basket of chicken fingers. And the cashier said, this is, you know, we don't usually have this. So that was a little bit of and there was a bunch of fingers in there. So that is a fuck yeah.
I used to work at a snack bar. I gave everybody free shit.
Yeah.
I didn't charge anybody for anything.
Yeah.
For years.
Fuck yeah. Boomers like my comedy. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I did a weekend recently and the whole meet and greet line was like put together boomers, men in quarter zip.
Put together fans.
Sweaters, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so funny. We were cracking up. Really. Keep going. You are really talented.
Behind him is Bobby Beanbags.
Yeah,
I rolled you pud.
LOL. Yeah, I'm like, Bob, get out of here. I'm trying to fucking strengthen my core base and get rid of people like you. No, just kidding. We're joking. LOL. But I like that because it's like, they're smart. They've lived. Even if boomers are dumb as fuck, they still lived. You know, even if I judge my parents, I'm like, they're dumbasses. My mom knows more about blah, 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 cleaning something or wallpaper or design, home ownership, car ownership, those kind of people, when you see those kind of people put together who have grown kids, who are in college,
people
and they've
who
been
understand wallpaper.
That's what I'm saying. That kind of compliment, you were good. No, you were really good. We were cracking. Thank you. We had a great night. Really brightens my heart.
That's good.
More, because that's middle America.
Little flag rolls out behind you.
That's money makers too.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so you get the boomers now. They're rich in retirement.
If you have fans who are wearing nice clothes, it's
I agree. Agreed. Or when I see millennials and up who are like put together alternate reality Maddies, you know, like doctors and stuff like that. My friend who came to the show in Albany, she's a dentist now. Wow. Get married, just bought a house. She loved the show. She's cracking up dying, and all her friends were cracking up dying, and they're professional people who are my age.
And you're up there looking at them smiling with their very white teeth, saying these.
White teeth. I did the dumbest ass thing to my fucking grown ass friend who is a dentist, got her degree at University of Michigan. We went to college together, upstate New York. Then she went to Michigan, great school for dentistry. And now she works in Albany, actually Saratoga, literally works at a practice. And my dumbass was like, so what do you think of like all the people getting veneers? Of course she puts veneers in. That would be like asking me, like, what do you think of people doing reels and corporate gigs for money? Like, yeah, why do you think I'm on MTV, bitch?
You were shitting on veneers?
I was trying to shit talk because sometimes veneers look bad. And I was trying to get her take on like how when celebrities get veneers and it looks so bad.
It does look weird.
But obviously she's a dentist.
Yeah, she
does everything.
Her bread and butter.
You think she's like, no, I don't do them because they look bad. That's what everyone goes in now. You think she makes her money off cleaning? No, it's mouth guards, it's veneers, it's tooth implants, it's root canals, it's everything.
The veneer looks like it's
Why
one big...
Why would I ask that?
Looks like
I texted her the next day and said, sorry for all the teeth talk. She said, all good. A lot of people don't even ask me anything, so it was fun. So I don't think she cared. But I felt stupid because I get dumb questions like that all the time.
Sure.
Veneer me up.
Doesn't it look like it's one tooth?
Yeah,
just like one big smooth?
Depends where you go. She probably does bomb-ass veneers.
Yeah,
she was telling me there's new ones. I think there's a difference between the old ones that were big blocks. If you look at actors like Emily Blunt, she has the big block of teeth. You can pull her up. Big blocks. Trying to think of big block teeth. Pete Davidson, big block teeth. No shade. I'm just thinking of big block teeth people. But there's also veneers where you can get them into more your kind of shape that are more natural.
Man, they really just rip your whole mouth out.
I think a lot of them get shaven down. I don't know. I had braces for 8 years as a kid.
Me too.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. It was so bad.
Yeah. So I got my first set of braces when I was in second grade because my teeth were out here. Like that bird, that's where my teeth. And my parents called me Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnum?
Cro-Magnon man. Yeah.
Cro-Magnon, yeah.
With the prominent brow ridge.
When I was 7, I'm like, I don't know what that means, but LOL.
Maddie Mercury.
I look it up when I'm 13. You fuckers! That is also inappropriate, but whatever.
Maddie's eating a carrot and all the shavings are like...
Yeah, like, what up, Doc? Because like my 2 teeth were like this. And I remember I had high self-esteem until...
Your first kiss, the guy's like... Oh,
yeah, I had high self-esteem until I was riding the bus home when I was 6. And everyone in maybe kindergarten and first grade, someone was talking about my older brother got braces and everyone was like... it was like braces were all this thing right now. You're going to need braces. You're going to need braces. I was like, I don't think I will. And they're like, no, you will definitely need braces. And I was like, what? Because I didn't really think I looked anything crazy into it. And then I got home and that was the first time I realized I held tears in my eyes until I got home and then it all came out. I have a few stark memories of holding tears in my eyes at school until I got home. My second grade teacher, I think she kind of groomed me because we hung out a few times over the summer.
Richmond.
Yeah, that was weird. And I asked my parents about it recently. They were like, yeah, you were mean to us when we said you couldn't go. Like, okay, I was 8. What was I, the czar of the house?
Wait, what were the memories of the...
We got her a Christmas We had a Christmas party and everyone brought in gifts for the teacher. And I was so excited because she loves Snoopy or something. And we went to the Hallmark store. I got her a Snoopy snow globe, and
very sweet.
then she's opening presents and someone was like, something's wet over here. And she picked up my gift bag and the snow globe broke.
Oh.
And the rest of the day holding tears. Someone else had to pick me up at the bus stop because my mom had a job. She didn't get home till 5. I think I got home at 4. So I had to go to some bitch who was like 3 grades older than me and sit in her room still holding in tears. I remember like putting my feet up and being like, tears in my eyes. Then I got home, boom, all came out. But those are very painful experiences. Yes. Holding in tears as a kid.
Yes.
Holding in tears as a kid.
Yes.
You know what I did in kindergarten once? I peed on the floor.
Out of spite.
I peed on the floor and I told everyone it was water. Yeah, right. Then I had to go get clothes from the nurse's office. And I don't know why I peed on the floor. I just remember I peed on the floor. You know what I mean? You're a kid. You just come in and out of like fucking like being there. You're going out of baby mode into like, and you're just like, oh my God, there's pee everywhere. Whoops, I peed. Right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I also wet the bed at a time. I feel like I had weird urinary stuff growing up. Because I would get UTIs early on.
You were pissing the like, bedwetter?
I was a bedwetter till I was like 13. But it was, it happened a lot till I was 9. And then each year it got fewer and fewer. So it just got less and less. Like when it happened when I was 13, it was like the last time.
That is the last time?
When it happened, I was like, never pissed the bed when I got hammered. Can you believe that?
That's pretty good.
I like exorcisted it out of me. And I was so, when it happened when I was 13, I was like, what are you doing? You're grown. How did this happen? And then never happened again. But in my head, I was like, that's the last time. Kind of how I felt this last blackout. Not to keep bringing it up, but I was like, we're done here.
It's always bad when you have to have the second change of clothes.
Yeah. So I had to go to the nurse's office.
This means that your parents had to pack a second change of clothes, assuming you are going to piss yourself.
Well, listen to this. You know what I had to do when I was around 4 years old, I think was when girls started having like super supervised sleepovers, like a big deal, like 3 weeks ahead of time.
Yes.
You get ready. Don't forget sleepover. So you have to get sleep. So, cause you're going to be going to bed at 11 probably this weekend. But it's very like, very in bed, a movie, popcorn, one activity, dessert, you know what I mean? Very structured, in bed, breakfast. But first sleepovers, I remember being 4 or 5, maybe six. I wet the bed though. And at 6 years old, it was getting to be a lot of nights of the week. I remember my mom, and I couldn't eat or drink before bed. Maybe that's why I'm addicted now, because of, I couldn't do it back then. Yeah. And I remember my mom had Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches, which are ice cream sandwiches for white women who
They make the milk too.
What? Yeah, they make milk and they make all sorts of stuff. It's like, I don't know, low calorie ice cream sandwich. They're actually
you were sucking these down before
they're actually fucking bad. And I remember I was eating one of those. She was like, don't eat those. Good luck when you piss the bed. Good luck when you pee the bed.
Good luck when you pee the bed. Good luck when you're cleaning it up,
I told
Mom.
you no ice cream. And it was her ice cream. She would get so mad at us when we ate her Skinny Cows and like her specialty yogurts.
Yeah.
So dramatic. Don't eat my cookies.
I had a friend, we'd go and sleep over at the house, and into like 6th grade, the mom would sleep in the room with us.
Weird.
Okay,
that's weird.
I know. She was a very helicopter-y mom.
That's weird.
I know.
That's weird. I never had that other than the early sleepovers or Girl Scout camping situations, which my mom was a leader of for 2 years, which was weird as fuck. But also, not to go back to the pissing thing, so that first sleepover when I was about 6, my mom, I can't be a hater because she came over, woke me up in my sleeping bag, walked me to the bathroom and left probably around 2 or 3 a.m. None of the kids knew.
Really?
Yeah. Because I came to her and I was like, I don't want to wear pull-ups to the sleepover. I was like, I don't want to. And she told me that I would be like, she said I would be like, I don't like when they crinkle. So cute.
You show up to the party. Hey guys.
Maddy, your ass is huge. What? I was like, I don't like when they crinkle. So she would come over and do that. I remember that happening a couple times. She was the leader of the Girl Scout troop. So when we went on a camping trip, which was just like a campground with those raised tents where there's like 4 bunks in it. So with the flaps and stuff, those were pretty cool. And my mom would wake me up at night, take me to the piss house, and then because she was the leader of the troop.
The top bunk and it's just pissing through. It's like a coffee filter.
Right. Never had an incident, but I did have incidents at my mom's sister's, my aunt's house. Anytime we went to New Jersey, I would piss the bed. So I'm going to say there.
Change of scenery.
Yeah. Nervous setting for me.
Just marking your territories.
No, I think it's because my aunt was like, I had the kind of aunt who would be like, she had 4 boys. And when me and my sister would hang out with them, she would be like, this is why I'm glad I didn't have girls. Like if she saw our room and clothes were on the floor, we would be like, sorry. And my sister and I were like 7 and 11.
Wait till she finds a big puddle of piss.
Yeah, so then maybe more nervous, I think. My parents' parenting style was a little more hands-off. And I wonder sometimes if it's because my sister, who's 4 years older than me, is so smart, so naturally smart, like Mensa smart, like remembers everything, like retains all info, could have any job in the world. And so maybe she was so easy that with me, that's what they thought. But I needed a little bit more ee-oo, that a natural child I think would need. But she was so easy, quiet, smart, picked up on things quickly, kept to herself. And me, they said I was climbing out of my crib when I was 9. One day they were in the backyard and they saw me in the window. Hey. So I was a little more cuckoo bananas and maybe like sought out more attention. Because I also remember making the family laugh early on, doing dances and stuff like that.
Do you remember a big laugh you got when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was always I remember early on, like child, making funny faces in photos, farting. When I found out farting, maybe when I was 6 or 7, that changed the entire family.
Still works.
I would call it flatulating at home. I would call it flatulating. And I would be like, Emily flatulated. And she was like, I did not. Because Emily never farted. And when she did, we'd be like, Emily farted. But when I did, it would be no big deal. But if Emily did, it would be a huge deal. My mom did like once. And when you move as a kid, you stayed in one house the whole time, right? Yeah. When you move as a kid, you do bond in ways unlike other families do. Maybe this kind of parental sort of thing happened because we moved so much, and it was like, oh, parents are focused on moving, new house, and we moved a lot. And my parents still both had full-time jobs, and we would get into situations where my dad picked up a new job in a new town, and me and Emily and my mom would stay at the house we were living in still while my dad woot, and they would have to look at houses in the new place, and we would have to stay back here. So it would be the sort of thing where like me and Emily, my sister, are at home because she started kind of babysitting me when she's 11, I'm 7. We're just staying home alone watching Oprah. And we would always move kind of during the summer to get in before the school year.
Right.
So all my memories of summer growing up are me and Emily hiding shit in closets, in dishwashers, in the garage, because my mom would call and say, the realtor's coming. There's a walkthrough in 30 minutes. Get up, slugs. And Emily, you don't know this. If you guys start buying homes, you don't know that maybe 2 children are prepping the walkthrough. Those are my memories as a child. Conversely, a lot of shit that goes down when you move your entire family involves the new house you're moving into, delayed closing. So if you want to move in September, the house will be like, not ready, not ready, not ready. Or if they're saying you can close in October, family wants to get in before the school year starts. Now you got to live in an apartment in the town next door with your family. And it's a 1-bedroom. You're sleeping on a futon with your sister. It's going to get weird. Especially
when you piss on her.
Yeah, literally. Well, the pissing was done by then, thank God.
And your teddy bear is in the dishwasher in the old house.
Yeah, exactly. All my Barbies are still, she forgot us. We all toured new houses as a home, and Emily and I are 10 and 14. We're like, I like that one because of the sunroom in the back, but the front, like we're realtors.
It has vaulted ceilings, and that's nice.
Yeah. Maddie Smith comedy, upcoming dates. We cooking this summer. We getting hot. We stirring pots. We stirring pots. We shit talk. My voice is back. Prednisone. We in the zone. Turn up. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Summit City Comedy Club. end of June. No, beginning of June.
Beginning of June.
Me in the butt. June
7th and 8th.
June 7th and 8th. Summit City Comedy Club. Then mostly be in New York City for June. But every Wednesday in July, I'm going to be in Chicago. Okay, we're going to be at Zany's. Might be filming something special.
Really?
Maybe.
That sounds exciting.
I don't know, guys. I'm going through a lot of growth recently in my personal life.
You are taking steroids?
So I might be, the steroids are, I'm like The Rock. You can do anything. What was I going to say?
Every Wednesday in July, you're in Chicago.
Zany's downtown, Chicago, July. Let's fucking party. We just probably a month ago added Hyena's Comedy Club in Dallas. So come out to that because I like that club and I like Dallas. It's a good time, y'all. That's going to be the last weekend in June. The dates are June 28th or July 1st or something. Then we got every Wednesday in July and Chicago. So come out to that Windy City. We're going to get windy, blow them out of the water. Wilmington, North Carolina, end of July, Dead Crow Comedy Club. Then Louisville, Kentucky, and Omaha are also in there. All of August will be off. I will be on summer vacation. I will be in Acadia National Park in Maine, and I will be making strawberry shortcake. But until then, come out if you live in those cities. And this Friday, this will be coming out after I will be opening for Theo Vaughn at the Beacon Theater in New York City. So if you have tickets to that, I'll see you there. Shout out to the Mad Dogs and the Rye Guys. Hey everybody, thank you for the Hotline. Thank you for calling the FUPA line. How the hell can I help you?
I once smoked crack out of a crack pipe after I pulled it out of a porta potty.
Short and sweet.
I once smoked crack out of a crack pipe that I found in a porta potty. Okay, so you smoked crack out of a crack pipe that's that you found in a porta potty. That's cool. That's something that I wouldn't do. Although one time recently I was in a New Jersey rest stop.
Here we go.
And I found on the ground a bottle filled with Adderall.
Whoa.
I took it. I took the bottle and the medication. Ryan, don't go look at me like that.
It's pretty gross.
Is it gross?
I think so. Anything you find on the floor of a rest stop is...
Well, it was in a bottle. It was in like an official bottle.
Oh, okay, that's way better.
Like prescribed to someone. That's illegal. Don't tell anyone that. I don't know. Is that illegal? I just took it.
What color were they?
It was like probably like a white girl's like Addies.
Yeah.
And they were 25 milligrams. So this is illegal. But my friend of mine not named Caroline, her boyfriend wanted Adderall and I hadn't tried the Adderall yet. So I said, try this.
He took it?
Yeah. I told her I found this Adderall. I'm not going to take it, but I'll hold on to it. And she said, do you think he could have some?
Well, did you find it on a bathroom floor? Yes. Well,
no,
then
I told
definitely.
her. I told her originally. I was like, yo, look what I found. LOL. And her boyfriend took it and it was fine. So then
I would have done the same thing.
So then I tried it for 2 times before on the way to do two headlining sets. Oh, half of it. Because I'd never done Adderall before.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I feel like it landed in my lap.
How did it land? How did it settle you?
I feel like it made me focused. Yeah. I noticed I was just like concentrating, not on my phone, ready to rock on stage, was just like, but I also was just tired that day, so woke me up. And then the other time I took it, I think I took too much because my heart started racing and I felt really hot. But that was early on in my snack withdrawal. I had a week of snack withdrawal.
Adderall's good for that.
Right. So yeah. Okay. So you smoke crack. I'm glad you're here to tell that tale. That can be dangerous. Never have I ever smoked crack. You smoke crack?
Once.
Really?
It was a weekend.
Well, yes.
What do you want?
Yeah. You know what I do on the weekends?
Shrooms?
I buy vegetables, change the cat's litter box, stuff like that. I don't do crack.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
What did it feel like?
Really good.
Tell me.
Instantly it hits your lips and your brain and you're like, yay. Then 15 minutes later, you're like, oh, this would be nice if I had more.
Right. It feels that good.
And then 15 years later, you have no teeth and you're like, what the fuck happened to my crack?
It feels that good.
Yeah.
It feels that good. Like what? Melting?
Instant happy.
Happy, like, are you like, wee?
Just
But
euphoria.
you're just sitting there.
and
So you close your
ecstatic
eyes?
No.
You're just like, ah.
Yeah. You do that for a
Okay.
minute and then you try to find more. Then you
A
go,
minute?
5.
5 minutes.
5, 10, 15.
Not worth it at all.
No.
Might as well just do poppers.
Sure. Different. Totally different.
Yeah, but gets you quick high.
Yeah, it does.
Then you can be like, oh, gross, and put it away.
My friend once did poppers and threw up all over his own legs.
Oh, no.
I know.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I had to bring it back to his wife.
So sorry to hear that. I was rolling with a ragtag group of people last summer who was getting into poppers. And
Weird.
It was like...
It's not a very social drug.
Yeah. It was like 2 a.m. and my friends would show up back to the group. We'd be outside the bar and they'd be like, hey, we got poppers. We're like, what? Again?
What would
I'm
you
like,
do?
why is this like the 10th time this is happening?
You just do poppers and walk around?
No, they would sniff and get high. And yeah, it was a weird time.
You?
I would be like, ew. And then I'd be like, let me see. But not anymore. Maddy's different now. Maddy's lasered in.
Lasered in, popper free.
Yes.
Poor guy. Hope he's well. I feel bad for the people waiting outside of the porta potty. Who had to wait for him to smoke his crack.
I know, they have to wait for him to get high.
I know. Big long line. Somebody goes in there.
Crack smells like what?
Plastic, vinegar.
Ammonia.
Something like
Is that true? It's ammonia?
Maybe.
Wow. I know very little about how the drug works.
It's probably for the best.
Right. Let's take another one. Hey, thank you for calling the FUPA hotline. It's Maddie Smith here to listen to your confessions. What can I help you with? Or not?
What's up, FUPAs? So I kind of like live in my garage for like 6 to 8 months, depending on the weather, but it's only because I drink bum beer. It's called Natty Daddy's. It's 8%. It's a malt liquor. It's 25 ounces. I can't open those beers or leave empty ones open inside of the house or else it'll reek. Like, I don't know. Chernobyl.
Right.
So I just kind of live almost a lot, as much as I sleep, inside of the garage.
Yeah.
And I got a bucket and a gravity bomb. And it's a good time. I don't know. Just something to speak on.
I'm going to speak on
and
it.
my short butthole.
Whose butthole? Wait, where did the butthole come?
It came out of left field.
All right. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Came out of left field. Put that thing on the jumbotron.
Yeah. So is it a wife or his mom or family he's living with or tenant? He didn't say who doesn't want him to drink the beer. He is drinking beer because someone doesn't want him to drink beer. He said he can't leave any remnants of this beer around, this 8% beer, or else it'll be like Chernobyl, he said.
Yeah.
Like someone's going to get mad. We don't know if it's a wife. It sounds like a wife, doesn't it? It sounds like he is confessing to a man cave, which is actually pretty cool that it's happening organically. Lately, I've seen a lot of guys move in. They're like, and this is where I play. No, the original man cave is like, no, these are the depths of where I'm allowed.
Get shunned to the garage.
These are the depths of where I'm permitted to be and have fun in my home. Even though having fun for these men is chugging beer and hitting a gravity bong.
I like
which,
that.
Trust me, we all want to do. We all want to do. My question is, do you have kids in there? We're like, where's dad? He's in his man cave. He has a couch in there, a TV, gravity bong. Weights, probably. He probably has weights in there.
Empty cans.
They've probably been parking the car in the driveway. And all the neighbors are like, what's going on there? I heard Dale's in his garage a lot.
The real estate agent's coming. Put your gravity bong away.
Yeah, exactly. They're just prepping for an open house.
Or she's touring around. She's like, this here is the gravity bong. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. All of a sudden, she lifts up the garage door. She's like, we're having a yard sale. Get up. You're included.
He didn't seem that down about this situation.
No. I think probably at first he was like sneaking the beers. Probably at first he was sneaking the beers because whoever he's living with, we don't know if it's a wife, mom, landlord, whatever. Maybe his landlord saying,
kept sneaking out to the garage to do a little housework.
For some reason, he's sneaking beers. Then it turned into, I'll just hang out in here. Then it turned into bong. Then it turned into probably a chair. Then it turned into he found a TV on the sidewalk. Then it turned into couch. It was probably gradual. Like he took it as like, the only way I can drink is if I sneak out. Wait, if I sneak out, I'm alone and I'm drinking. This is sick. He's realizing it's kind of awesome. It's like when your parents send you to your room and you're like, and then you have all these toys. Okay. Oh no. Here am I alone with Barbie Dreamhouse.
My gravity bomb.
And yeah. Oh, goo goo gaga. Like when wives like banish their husbands like that, they like it.
Yeah.
When they're like, you're not allowed to come, they're like, sick. Like every time I've had a boyfriend and he didn't want to come to a social event with me, I'm like, I call him from the event. I'm like, we're having so much fun. He's like, that's cool. I'm glad you went.
Sitting there with a party hat and his gravity bong.
Yeah.
Time of his life.
Yeah. Men are different. They need their time alone.
Yeah.
And they like their beer. I would never tell a drinking man to cut it. Although I will say being with men who don't drink a lot or who don't drink at all is flames. Because
Why?
being with anyone who like has those, and if it's two of you too, it's a very messy, physically messy too. Like you wake up next to them, like, oh. I had a boyfriend, we woke up and we blacked out together and we both saw people the next day.
It's your bonding
and we were
activity.
like, we woke up like, what happened? We were like, I don't know. Then it was at a festival and we had to see people and they were like, you too. But until then we didn't know. We were just like, wow, I was hammered last night because we both blacked out. So, it's better to be around people who are consistent.
A couple cannot
But this guy
withstand.
kind of sounds like a constant. He sounds kind of consistent when he's drinking. This guy on the phone sounds just like a consistent
He has
drinker.
a female neighbor who is also drinking a lot, and then the husband kicks her out to the garage, and then one day they're both out getting their papers.
They build a tunnel to the garages. Yeah. Or they connect the houses, build a big garage. We made a mega garage. Yeah. Tammy just gets me. They cheers.
None of them have cars.
Yeah. She's drinking Heineken Zeros, but she's like, I still got to do it.
They get married in the garage, and then they open up the garage door, and it's them in the bride and groom thing. What's the bride song?
The Garage Buddies. Is that the song? Or it's like, just a few different ones. Yeah. Or I don't know.
And then they drive away on a lawnmower. Just married. Cans. It's their cans.
Their cans.
It's sentimental.
Hilarious. Yeah, I'm loving this guy. But also, his wife probably has 3 kids sucking on her tits.
During the weekends, you'll go to your dad in the garage.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Pack your suitcase. You're going to the garage. Mom, I hate it there. There's so many fumes. I don't care. I have the house. Dean's coming over. I want to hang out with Dean. I think we're done for the day.
Yeah, we got our FUPs.
Because I could keep talking forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Hey, bye, guys. Thanks for having us. Madhouse, see you next week. Hey, we got a guest coming next week. Ryan, thanks for being on the yellow chair today.
Yes.
Peace.